Descent, deflation, deterioration. None of these words are all that appealing. And when you mix them in with a discussion about your face, they can be pretty scary. Not to worry though, we have Ohio's beauty coach, Dr. Stubbs, here to explain the natural changes we all can expect to see when we look in the mirror. And more importantly, Dr. Ann, you're going to tell us what to do to fix them, right?
Solutions to all of these things so it's not depressing.
It's not depressing. Okay, so this is the third installment of your series. We've kind of gone through the aging face. And tell us what happens as you age to your face.
And this happens to everybody. So patients will come in and they'll say, oh my gosh, I'm beginning to look like my mother. Not that that's a horrible thing, but it happens to all of us as we age. We get some descent of kind of everything kind of comes downward. Deflation, meaning everything that used to be kind of plumped out is now kind of just shriveling a little bit, and that helps the descent. The skin kind of pulls downward, and we see kind of some pictorial reviews there. And then the last thing is the canvas that covers, you know, the bones and the volume in our face is the skin, and the skin tends to deteriorate as we age.
And another one of those things that happens, unfortunately, that we talk about is wrinkles as your skin ages,
and
right?
That's part of just the loss of the collagen in the skin. So kind of an interesting fact, I found it very interesting, maybe a little bit depressing, is that if we don't do anything to wake up the cells to make more collagen, they shut down at age 28.
So what is a dynamic wrinkle exactly?
A wrinkle that is called dynamic is when the muscle underneath the skin is moving. So if you frown, if you smile, this is a great picture of this gentleman here who's often, he's a soccer coach, I think, overseas, and he's always emoting. Okay, he's frowning or squinting in the first picture, he's smiling in the second picture. You can see the crow's feet around the eyes. And in the last picture, obviously, you know, upset about something, you can see his brow is very furrowed. So those muscles move over and over again, and the skin wrinkles right over top of the muscle. Now those are called dynamic wrinkles, and they happen over and over again, and soon, just like folding a piece of paper, you're going to get a crease there in the skin. So we're losing that collagen as we age, and soon that line is going to be there permanently unless you do something about it.
And that's where we're headed next. So what can we do to fix that?
And that is where wrinkle relaxers come in, and you know, things like Botox or Dysport, and there's even a new one on the market called Xeomin. Probably doesn't have too much of the market share, but Botox is kind of a household word, and used correctly, it's very safe for treating dynamic wrinkles. This lady here, you can see she had brow kind of furrowing and some lines between her eyebrows, and just some crinkles or some crow's feet around her eyes. Treating both those areas with just a little bit of Botox or Dysport, the result on the bottom is actually a little bit of an eyebrow lift. See how much extra space she has between her brow and her lid there.
There are dynamic wrinkles. The other one is static wrinkles. So what can you do for those?
Static wrinkles are wrinkles in the face that are just there whether a muscle is moving or not. Sometimes if you let dynamic wrinkles go long enough, they can become a permanent line, and that's why we kind of urge people to start even just a little bit of Botox or Dysport early. We have 20 and 30-year-olds who have very powerful muscles in here who start just a little bit early, and it keeps that line from ever forming. But not to worry if people are kind of in their 50s, 40s, and they have some of those lines, Botox still works for that. And then we also add topical products. There are things such as Retin-A and a lot of great medical skincare products that can actually restore some of the volume and wake up that collagen like we just talked about.
And those are non-invasive, and that's what a lot of people look for to kind of start their journey, right?
Exactly. A lot of people come in for their complimentary consultation and say, I really don't want to start with the needles or anything invasive. I want to start with just what can you tell me to do with my skin that's going to make a big difference. And medical skincare products make a huge result. This young lady you're seeing, this is just with product. So basically texture and tone of skin can improve with Retin-A.
And Dr. Ann, quickly, peels and lasers are another good way to do things, and you have kind of this all wrapped up in a great deal for our viewers.
Yes, well basically there's no magic bullet. People, if they've not taken care of their skin through the years, like I said, not to worry, we start them on a skincare regimen of medical skincare products, and these are things with prescription strength that is really going to change the skin. And then sometimes we'll add in maybe an IPL or a laser treatment just to kind of take off some more of the brown spots, and then continuing with good home skincare can savor that result and make it go on. You know, we can't stop the hands of time, but we certainly can slow them down.
We like the sound of that, and you have 20% off all of the wrinkle relaxers right now.
Yes, we do. So at either location, Polaris or Gahanna, and we're open on Saturdays as well. So that helps people who are working or busy with kids and busy with schedules. They can get in on a Saturday too.
Well, thanks as always for making us younger, Dr. Ann. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.